Want to go live now to Las Vegas, and KLAS news reporter Vanessa Murphy. Vanessa was in court this morning when one of those teens was before a judge. And I know, Vanessa, when you cover juvenile court, it's tricky. It's not like normal court because you can't video the kids, and they're very careful about releasing names. But you were still there. You were able to get into that courtroom. Tell us what it was like. What did the teenager look like? Did he look remorseful? Take us inside that courtroom.
Hi, Brian. Yeah, both teens were in court, but they were in separate courtrooms. I wasn't able to get inside the courtroom with the accused passenger. I was in the courtroom with the teen who's accused of being the driver in that video. He appeared virtually from a juvenile detention center. There was a hearing master who confirmed he did not want us to use the teen's name at this time. He did not let us bring our camera in the courtroom. The teen didn't have much of an expression. His mother was there with a Spanish interpreter. This is the hearing where the teen learned he will no longer be in juvenile court. He is heading to adult jail and adult court. He will be facing that murder charge. Both of the teens are expected to face that murder charge.
Okay, so you saw the driver. It's interesting they're now going to go to adult court, so we'll maybe get a mugshot, get the name, be able to actually see video of who these teenagers are. You mentioned a mother. I mean, what was the mom's reaction to all of this? I just keep thinking about the parents. I mean, I don't want to blame them, but at the same time, there had to be more to this, other issues in these kids' lives. I mean, what was the mom like?
Well, we had done some digging previously, and we learned that this teen has a lengthy criminal record in the juvenile system. Yeah. So she exited the courtroom, went to the parking lot, tried to talk with her. She seemed remorseful. I asked her how her son got to this point. She said that she was sorry. She doesn't know how. In a later conversation with another one of our reporters who followed up in Spanish, she said she was embarrassed to speak with me. She doesn't know what happened here, and how could God forgive what happened?
I mean, in a sense, I feel for that mom, but then you say lengthy criminal record, and that's new reporting. I haven't heard that yet. And it's like no surprise. I mean, these things don't just happen in a vacuum, Vanessa. You've been digging into it. I mean, is there any more detail you can provide? Do we know any more about the previous crimes?
The records are sealed, but we do know this isn't just a 1 or 2 time thing. He is very familiar in the juvenile system here. Many things on his record, but now he's not going to be in the juvenile system anymore. I will say I saw some sort of tattoo on his face from juvenile detention center. Again, they appear virtually, or at least he did. There was some sort of tattoo. I couldn't make out exactly what it was, but his mother was there. Brian, some of these kids are there. They have no one showing up for them. I was at a court appearance on September 11th for him, an earlier court appearance. We were allowed to have our camera there, but we had to blur his face when we showed that video. At that time, both his mother was there and his sister.
It's interesting you say tattoo on the face, because I think that's why I'm so happy you were able to come on and you were in the courtroom. You know, we think kids, we think juvenile, but I mean, this kid has got a tattoo on his face and apparently a lengthy criminal record, and you just have to wonder, did the system fail here? I'm going to be very interested when we find out, and hopefully we will, what those other charges were, and should he have been locked up already. What about the other family of the passenger? I know you didn't see him in court, but have you been able to talk to his family at all?
Did some digging. I tracked down his mother. I called her. She initially hung up on me. She was asking how I got her information. I explained that's my job to get her information. But again, she hung up on me. I sent a text message to follow up, and then she sent me a text message saying she wouldn't comment, but she did comment. And let me read this to you. She said, "With all due respect, my family is in awe right now. We are not making any statements or addressing any accusations without our legal team. My son's side of the story will be told, quote, the truth, not the social media version or inaccuracies the media will try to portray. Then she said, thank you.
I mean, well, look, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but at the same time, we've all got the video, we've all seen the video, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the records are when you're able to get your hands on those.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.